New at 11.
Dog-fighting crackdown. Stolen pets ending up in the ring.
Investigators reveal where they've seen a spike in dogs snatched from local backyards.
Caught on camera as floodwaters rise, this building gives way. Keeping teens off the streets.
The organization making sure summer's rising temperatures don't come with a spike in juvenile crime.
More violent storms out west, spawning more tornadoes. I'm tracking our chances for storms coming up this week.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. WBTV News at 11 starts right now.
Tonight, police fear this little dog was stolen and used as bait in a dog-fighting ring. Good evening and welcome. I'm Molly Grantham. Paul Cameron is off. A woman just rescued the small pit bull mix from a shelter in Gaston County. Not even 24 hours later, the dog was gone. All new at 11 o'clock, David Spunt just spoke with the heartbroken owner who fears for this pup's safety. David, please explain.
Yeah, Molly, it's a tough story. Police, they have no proof that this is a dog-fighting situation, but the owner says several others in her neighborhood have also seen their pit bulls go missing over the last few weeks, and it has detectives raising their eyebrows. Every time Haley Ratchford passes this empty doghouse in her backyard, she almost breaks down.
She's very shy and skittish. She's very thin. You can tell that she's had a rough past life, and we just wanted to give her a second chance.
Ratchford adopted Dallas, a pit bull from Gaston County Animal Control, last Tuesday. She says the dog was days away from being euthanized, so she took Dallas home and put her in this pen and headed out for 2 hours to buy some dog food. When she got home, Dallas was gone.
I see people with the same similar stories as mine, and all of them are pit bull mixes. She was a pit bull mix, but she looks just like a pit bull, and I think it's a real problem in this area.
Sergeant Jimmy Arndt with the Gastonia Police Department couldn't agree more.
We do frequently get calls about dogfighting.
But Arndt says his officers are constantly fighting the clock when it comes to scenes like this.
It's mobile and it's hard to track, so we got to get on it fast when we do get the information.
In the meantime, Ratchford is taking things into her own hands, covering local trees with flyers and spreading the word, hoping something will happen.
I haven't had any sleep, and I'm just want her back at home. I just wanted to give her a second chance at life. There's so many animals that need homes through the shelter.
It is a felony to steal an animal in North Carolina. Sergeant Arndt says his officers are always looking for tips. Those tips can be anonymous about any of those dog-fighting rings, Molly.
Okay, David Spunt live tonight. Thank you. You can see more pictures of this missing dog and get an important phone number to help solve the case online right now on our website, WBTV.com. New at 11 o'clock, a student at York Preparatory Academy in Rock Hill expelled. Investigators say she showed nude pictures of another 12-year-old to classmates. It happened yesterday. School officials called police. They are investigating. New at 11 o'clock, the mayor of New York City targeted with a dangerous poison. 2 letters sent to Michael Bloomberg contained ricin. They showed up on Friday and Sunday. Investigators say the letters came from Louisiana, and Bloomberg may have been targeted for his stance supporting gun control. Tonight, the man who killed this little 5-year-old girl sits in a jail cell in Fayetteville, now counting the days until his execution. A judge sentenced Mario McNeil to death for the 2009 murder of Shania Davis. Brian Mims was in the courtroom and has details all new at 11 o'clock.
That he be sentenced to death.
Nothing. He stood and stared, a nothing expression on his face as he heard those words. In the courtroom, a few stifled cries, barely audible. Judge Jim Ammons then asked Mario McNeil,
"Is there anything you'd like to say?"
He could have said anything, to Shania's family, to his own family. He said nothing. But the dad of 5-year-old Shania Davis did say something. How he thinks of his little girl, McNeil's hand over her mouth, robbing her of the air she needed to live.
I think about those last seconds, and you was the last thing my daughter got to look at.
He said McNeil's demeanor made a mockery of the court.
The media's glorified you as you walk in the courtroom with your little antics and your smirks and your smiles, waving your hands around like you're free at last. Well, you ain't free.
And then Bradley Lockhart said he would pray for his daughter's killer. Judge Ammons once again addressed Mario McNeil that he be put to death as provided by law.
May God have mercy on your soul.
The judge had nothing more to say to him but these 14 words.
You did not have to kill that child. Take him out of here now.
The deputies handcuffed him. McNeil's mother, here through it all, showed no emotion. She and other family members declined to speak with us. Judge Ammon said he was sorry for both families. Then he looked at Shania's family.
I can't give you justice. This jury has given you what we as humans, the best we as humans can do to give you justice. Justice would be if I could reverse all of this, and I can't.
That was Brian Mims reporting. The search for justice in the Shania Davis case is not over. Her mother is also charged with murder. Investigators say Antoinette Davis sold her daughter to Mario McNeil to pay off a drug debt. A jury convicted this man of killing a 2-year-old, but before they went to deliberate, the child's father had this to say to Ellis Royster.
I hope you man up. Take responsibility for what you did, man. You hurt, bad. I want you to know that me and my family, we hurt.
He said, I hope you man up. Amias Robinson was out with his babysitter in his stroller when he was shot twice. That was in 2010. The toddler died 4 days later. Ellis Royster's attorney says he does plan to appeal. Just in at 11 o'clock, live pictures from Concord. This is our DOT camera on I-85 at Bruton Smith Boulevard. Just north of here, crews are closing lanes. They will begin work to demolish the bridge, which carries Highway 73 across the interstate. We have a map of the area for you. The plan is to widen I-85 to 8 lanes, and you should avoid this if you can at night. This work is scheduled to continue each night from 11 o'clock until 6 a.m. until June 6th. New at 11 o'clock, you see her picture each time you get in an elevator. But tonight, Cherie Berry says you won't see her face on campaign signs around North Carolina. The state labor commissioner is passing on a chance to run for the U.S. Senate. Berry is a Republican and had considered challenging incumbent Democrat Kay Hagan next year. A North Carolina man is headed to prison for using Twitter to threaten President Obama. A federal judge sentenced Dante Jamar Sims to 6 months. You see him here. Sims pleaded guilty this morning. He admitted using his account to send the threats. One of his tweets read, "Plotting President Obama's murder." Another said, "The Secret Service is going to be defenseless once I aim the assault rifle at Barack's forehead." Investigators say Sims admitted to being high on marijuana when he typed those tweets. Sims' Twitter account has been noticeably silent since September 5th, the second day of the Democratic National Convention. That's when he sent this, his final tweet, simply LOL. But it looks like in this case, the feds got the last laugh. There's a campaign in Charlotte to get teens off the streets and into jobs this summer, and that could keep them out of trouble. Brigida Mack has this story, all new at 11 o'clock.
Right now, I've been looking kind of in the area, some stuff that I could easily walk to.
16-year-old Marvin Harden is still looking for a summer job.
So I can have a little bit of cash to do some other things.
In the meantime, he's keeping busy with the Mail's Place. The organization aims to keep young black men ages 12 to 18 focused and away from the wrong crowd.
I don't get in a lot of trouble, but I'm trying to make sure I don't get in even any troubles.
And according to experts, teens like Marvin won't have any trouble finding a job. That's because the outlook for summer jobs for young people is the best it's been since the recession. That's according to a report by CNNMoney.com. They're more likely to find seasonal work with consumer confidence on the rise. Just ask 18-year-old Jelani Haskins, who already has his summer job.
I finally found a job that fits me. And I really love my job. A job that fits me. I see that like there are other teams out there getting jobs at Carowinds, Goodwill, that's actually where I work, Harris Teeter and Bilo.
For these teens, the Mail's Place can not only help them find a summer job, it can also keep them on the path to success and out of trouble. Trouble that's easier to get into during the summer months when police have historically seen a rise in juvenile crime. That won't be Jelani.
I steer away from any type of violence.
Or any of these young men, thanks to the Mail's Place.
Strong black man on 3. 1, 2, 3. Strong black men.
In West Charlotte, Brigida Mack, WBTV, on your side.
Still looking for summer work? Experts say there are jobs out there, and that study Brigida mentioned lists the top 3 ways teens will find them. Networking through parents' connections, checking online for jobs, and then actually looking for help wanted signs in windows. Tomorrow morning, one of the 3 men accused in a 4-county crime spree will face a judge. Investigators say on May 8th, Jarvis Marsh broke into homes, stole a police car, and went on a violent high-speed chase, shooting at an officer. His bond is set right now pretty high, $1 million. Edwards Hudson and Robert Smith also face charges in this case. We told you earlier about dog thefts in Gaston County. Another violent dog napping in Catawba County ended with a woman clutching to a car as she was dragged down the road.
Just locked myself on the door. I could not get myself out.
Jane and Michael Burgess listed 2 small French bulldogs for sale. A woman showed up, said she wanted to buy them, and then she took off. The dogs were worth $2,000 apiece. Police say they believe that thief is from South Carolina. A line of violent thunderstorms is moving across the Great Plains. There are reports of more tornadoes tonight, but here in the Carolinas, you can see our area smooth sailing. Eric Thomas is in the First Alert Weather Center with what we can expect when we wake up. Eric?
Yeah, Molly, the reports of tornadoes are bad enough. The fact that they're practically in the same place day in and day out makes it even worse for those folks. And yes, some of those very close to the tornado-ravaged Moore, Oklahoma. Meanwhile, to answer Molly's questions, in the morning, 68, fair skies, no problem. A more detailed look, you'll see the Carolinas in good shape, but this is what we're tracking as we move you later into the forecast period, Molly. All those thunderstorms and potential tornadoes, that front coming closer to us, it's all part of your 7-day First Alert forecast.
Thanks a lot, Eric. New next at 11 o'clock, Mother Nature's power. Have you seen this? Rushing floodwaters demolished part of a building, and it's all caught on camera. Plus,
more moms than ever before are bringing home the bacon. I'm Alexis Christoforous with new research on the changing trends of American families.
You're watching WBTV, the choice for news at 11 o'clock, and we're back right after this.